I am here with sacred music composer Mark Emerson Donnelly to discuss his composition, the Missa Sicut Cervus, and also to announce a project in honor of the quincentennial birthday of a musician most people consider to be the greatest Catholic composer ever, Giovanni Pierluigi da Palestrina. Palestrina was born in 1525, so this year, 2025, marks 500 years since his birth. There are various celebrations and projects planned for this around the world, and Mark has one that is quite unique, which involves his Missa Sicut Cervus. I'm sure many of you have heard the recording of this Mass by the famous singing nuns of the Benedictine Abbey of Our Lady, Queen of Apostles from 2023. If you've not watched it already, you must see the 5-minute documentary From Motet to Mass, where Mark covers some of the background which led him to composing the Mass setting, based on Palestrina's most famous and beloved motet, Sicut Cervus. So, this big announcement about the Missa Sicut Cervus in celebrating the 500th anniversary of Palestrina's birth, what is this?
Palestrina wrote this motet, and there was a style of composition, particularly in the 16th century, of the parody Mass or the imitation Mass. Parody, it doesn't mean you're making fun of. In musical terminology, parody just simply means you're taking something of a structure from a previous piece of music and you're using it later on. But nobody wrote a Mass based on that motet, which again is probably the most famous motet from the 16th century.
Mm-hmm. If not of all time.
Of all time. So I took it upon myself to... And I felt I was inspired to do this, to write the Mass. And at the time I was a parochial musician. And so anything that I wrote, any music I wrote, was always to serve at the parochial level. Okay? So I didn't want to write something that was so complex, only a highly skilled professional choir could do it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, just like the Sicut Cervus, which an amateur choir can do, choral society can do, but also professional choirs have recorded it dozens of times because it's just a good piece of music. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to write something, a Mass based on this motet, that was accomplishable by a competent church or cathedral choir with the kind of the standard skill level. So we have this Mass mm-hmm. that I wrote, finished in 2012, first performed in 2012 on the Feast of St. John the Baptist. Mm-hmm. And it's written for soprano, alto, tenor, bass, SATB. And it's written for a parish choir or a cathedral choir. It's festive enough that it can be done for a parochial feast day, patronal day, could be done for ordinations, could be done for any great Easter, All Saints Day, Christmas.
Or for a wedding?
Or for a wedding. It's been done at several weddings.
Oh.
So I think it's important that there be a complete recording of it in its SATB form mm-hmm. so that people can hear it and start using it more. It's like my brother said to me once, your music doesn't do anyone any good if people don't know about it. So what we want to offer to people is that we will release the PDF of the Kyrie of the Missa Sicut Cervus. Mm-hmm. We would invite choirs, both parish choirs, cathedral choirs, professional choirs, choral societies.
So really anyone?
Anyone to make a recording of the Kyrie, and we'll also be releasing a recording of the Kyrie that was made in 2020 by Offertorium. So we'll send out a recording of that, again, which has not been released on YouTube or anywhere, this recording. But we didn't record the whole Mass. We recorded the Kyrie and the Gloria. Oh. So the Credo Sanctus Non Justae has not been recorded. Okay, well, it has been recorded in full by the nuns at Gower.
Who didn't have tenors and basses.
They didn't. So that's for soprano, soprano, alto, alto. The original goal of the choir or of the mass was to have something for a parish setting. So we're going to release that. We're asked the Kyrie, both a recording of it and the PDF, and we are going to challenge choirs.
There you go.
To record the Kyrie, send us the recording, and a video would be best. But if it winds up simply being an MP3, that's fine. But a very good recording. There'll probably be a fee involved with it, and the choir that performs it the best, we will fund their professional recording of the complete Mass, and they would have that as a memento, and really something that they can be proud of, in the sense that they've done something that I think will help the church at large. So that then people who want to perform the Mass, they'll be able to listen to a really good recording of it. The complete recording. So anyway, in a nutshell, we're challenging people to record the Kyrie, send us the recording, and if we judge that you did the best recording, then, and we might have some playdowns, in a sense that there might be a group of choirs who are really good. Well, then we'll give you we'll pass on to you the rest of the Mass. Now the Mass is available. You can purchase the rights. If you contact us. You can contact us at mark@vocalart.org or alana@vocalart.org, and you can purchase the rights to perform the whole Mass. But if you just want to start off, see if you're interested in doing the Mass, we'll make the Kyrie available to people. You'll have a recording of offertorium singing the Kyrie. And our goal is to have the recording completed in, somewhere late spring or early summer. And then we record it. We do the editing through August. Then we work on the production and the processing through September, and have the CD ready for distribution the middle of October, so that people then can purchase it or give it as gifts for Christmas.
Wow. And you say like we will be recording it, they'll be working with us. Who's the we and us here?
Well, we're in the process of forming a foundation called the Chantax Foundation. It's named after my podcast, Chantax. So if you haven't listened to those, you can go listen to those. But the Chantax Foundation is being formed to support my work. And this is kind of a big project right off the top for us to fund. It's going to require a lot of funds. So we appreciate any benefactors who wish to step forward and help finance this.
In time for Christmas.
In time for Christmas. So that's what we're. That's the big project. That's the big project, to get the Missa Sicut out there for people to listen to in the 500th anniversary year of Palestrina's birth.
That's very beautiful. Quite a big project, but seems to me very fitting for the 500th anniversary, because it is not simply performing a piece by Palestrina, though there are plans to do that around the world, and it should be done. We should continue to do Palestrina's work. But I would imagine he would be very happy that his pieces are not simply being done, but the musical tradition is being continued.
Kyrie.